That's another defeat, but I guess the result aside, there's a lot of positives from that game.
Yeah, we're just, it was a quite positive performance. We take the lead early on, and we played, I thought we played really well. Obviously, we can't legislate for the manner in which we conceded the goals. Alex has apologised to the boys in there, but at the end of the day, it's a collective, it's a team. And you look at maybe the first one, can we as a group of defenders protect them a bit better? And it's just one of them where we do so well during the game for large periods, but when we seem to have lapses in concentration or make mistakes, we seem to get punished. And that's just the way it's going at the minute. But the team are young and they're learning and they are improving all the time, and they're really taking on board what Dean is trying to put across them in terms of the way that we're trying to play, and it's much to their credit because, as I said, for large periods of that game today, they were very good.
It was similar. I mean, it's 3 defeats now in the league, but they've been good points in most of the games.
Yeah.
And turning against again today as well.
Yeah. Now today was probably the Glentoran game. We were disappointed that we felt we only played really for the first half, and allowed them too much room in the second half. Coleraine, we really only played for the first 20 minutes, and possibly should have been a couple up. And then today was the day where, all that good play sort of seems to, we seem to play for the 90 minutes. Now obviously Cliftonville had periods as well where they were on top, but in saying that, we weathered the storm that they had, and really from play they didn't really create that much, and even when they were creating chances in the first half, I mean, we were getting some great blocks in around the box, like 𝗁𝘂𝗧𝗂𝗯𝗲 and 𝘃𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗯 made a couple of fantastic blocks from Cliftonville shots, so that was pleasing as well because it showed a real togetherness from the squad.
You feel that those first points, they aren't too far away? Well,
we're very hopeful, and it's one of them ones where you can't wait to the next game, because we feel as if we are close to it, and I think if we keep playing the way we're playing, I think it'll come sooner rather than later.
And when you do get those first few points, I mean, that'll do a lot for confidence and for the belief of the players as well, to get them off the mark, I guess.
Yeah, because last year was a difficult year for them, and I know there's been changes in personnel, but a lot of them players are still there from last year, and the amount of games that they lost last year, and they probably have to learn to win games again and learn to not lose games, whatever way, whether it's a win or a draw. And that's just football. Like when you're working with young players, they can get into ruts. Things like winning and losing becomes a habit. But certainly, like I came in the last 5 or 6 games of last season, and the improvement that I've noticed from then to now has been immense. And the players, they're learning all the time, and they're like sponges at the moment, where they are trying to absorb the information that Dean's giving them, and myself and 𝘃𝗶𝗱𝗲 as well. And they're keen and they're receptive to the information and the tactics that Dean's putting across.
Do you think our next game is Portadown on Saturday? Do you think it's going to be a better reflection of where we are at as a squad when we're playing a team supposedly around us?
Yeah, well, we have to be respectful to Portadown as well, and and the job that Matthew Tipton's done. Obviously it'll be a different challenge. Will they play, no disrespect to Portadown, but the teams we've played in the first 3 games, like that's possibly 3 of your top 4 teams in the season, and Glentoran, Coleraine and Cliftonville. And if we're taking positives out of that, like we've been more than a match for them, in periods, and we've scored. We scored today, and we scored 2 against Glentoran. Probably should have scored at least a couple last week. So you're right, it might be a better reflection of where we're at, but at the same time we treat every team with the respect that they deserve, and we'll be approaching the game in the same manner as where it's Glentoran or Linfield.